portrait mode. I don't know if it's portrait or landscape. I forget which one is the sideways one for the YouTube algorithm. It's either portrait or landscape. All right, come on over to YouTube. Let me know. See how I'm doing over here. I might even have to have the Prism app on the... Can I speak to a manager, please? That's hilarious. Steve, you're hilarious. I'm on lunch break. That's hilarious. Appreciate you. Who's over here? Nikki Nicole. Hey, how are you? Welcome. You found me. You're over here. Neoma Nova. Welcome. You're back. Appreciate you. TikTok, we're live on YouTube now. And I wanted to show you this, what I got over here. I have this cool feature that I can do now with being able to draw. Watch this. Before in the last live, I wasn't able to do this. And so I wanted to show you how... Oh, no, not like that. Okay, boom. Let's leave that there. Bear with me. Here, we got this. Okay. Okay, we got this now. Okay, boom. I do like this though. Why is it going away? Okay. There we got this. Now. Why does it do? Okay, so this is the moon in Aquarius, very close to Pluto, conjunct. This is what you call a conjunction. I want to be able to do this. Why won't it let me do this? No, that's not cool. Okay. So I want to draw. And I don't want you to move. M. Illy. Dreama in the house. Dreama, welcome. You made it. You said you were feeling kind of lazy, but you made it over here. I appreciate you. So I want to circle this. This is what I wanted to show you. I like this over here that I'm able to focus on a specific area. This is the moon separating from Pluto is what this is here. What aspects do you know difficulty with technology? Dreama, you're on one. The aspects that's going on right now. The moon square the ascendant is what's going on. No, this is not a sub-only chat, Steve. I don't know what you're speaking of. If that was the case, then Dreama, Amina wouldn't be in here. We're over here on YouTube, having a blast. You're missing out over here. But this is the moon separating from Pluto, and what the significance is behind the moon separating from Pluto is that the energy is dissipating from this coercive, this manipulation, this depth that Pluto brings to the stage, to the realms, to the Earth, to the planet, to the solar system, to the Milky Way galaxy. Bear with me. So, we did it. We successfully are on YouTube now with a chart up here. Oh, excuse me. We're going to have to take this away. We're going to have to work on getting a little bit better with the visuals here. This is not bad, but it's got the word transit cut off, though. I don't like that. I like that. It's going to take like a little getting used to with this. But here we are. Okay. You got on lazy. I appreciate that. I'm doing ambidextrous things. I'm doing 2 lives at once here. I'm over on YouTube, figuring this thing out. We're gonna get better with this. Sometimes you get trial and error. You gotta try it though. You gotta throw yourself out there sometimes. You know what I mean? Reem El Hood. Hi, how are you? Good evening. Natalie, good evening. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Come on over. Reem, appreciate your support. Needed that. Much needed. Thank you so much. Let me see if I can do the chat here. Nope. I gotta figure out how to do the chat on my phone here. And what we're doing on this live is I'm answering questions. So I'm the lab coat astrologer. I've been doing astrology for over 2 decades. I'm usually on TikTok. I've been quite addicted to TikTok. Having a blast over here on TikTok, actually. Natalie, come on over. Steve, come on over. How's it going? Good to see you on. Reem, it's going rhythmically here. I'm working with this energetic here, this energy of the moon in Aquarius, and trying something different. I find it so fascinating that I was just talking to myself about how Aquarius is the sign of unpredictable behavior and energy. And at the same time that Aquarius doesn't like to change, it's all about change. It's all about sudden and unexpected, unpredictable change. What a better time. Aquarius is also technology. We're in the age of Aquarius, so this is a fine time to get in here. YouTube is unlimited, but TikTok uses my data. You're onto something. The dissipation of depth. Got it. The dissipation. I'm Illy. You're a very good listener. You got to be a Taurus. You said I popped up unpredictably. I'm so appreciative for the YouTube algorithm for popping me up unpredictably. What questions do we have in here? Sweet Rita, Top Tier Tarot, how are you? We're over here on YouTube having a blast. I just figured this out. Happy birthday to all the Libras out there. If you're into astrology, you come to the perfect place. I say, and it can be said, that everybody is all 12 of the zodiac signs. Everybody embodies all 12 of the zodiac signs because each zodiac sign rules a body part. Natalie, it's the Lab Coat Astrologer LLC on YouTube is what it is. Thank you for the likes, the 2 likes, whoever liked live. Appreciate you. It's very much appreciated. I'm going to get used to this thing over here. It's my second time, twice in one day. September 26th is your birthday? Yes, you are, Neoma. I remember you. Libra, the beginning of Libra. The fifth day or fourth, depending on the time that you were born, day of Libra. And I want to show you this here. This is what's different from the last live that I did here. What's different is that I wanted to show you Libra. Libra is down here. Why can't I draw? Okay, you aborted, that's fine, but I want to draw. Without this, why can't I draw? I wonder if it has to do with me being in portrait mode. Because why can I only draw up here? That's terrible. Anyway, this is Aries here. Let me try this again. I got all excited. That's terrible. Well, it's a learning lesson. It's not terrible. It's good. It's a good thing. This is Aries. And if you were to look exactly opposite of the circle, it would be Libra. I got all excited trying to show you where Libra was. Do you mind to tell me what I should know right now according to my birthday? What's your rising sign? That's the best way that I can do it. Amina, welcome. You're in Aries. Look at that. I'm over here on YouTube. Lab Coat Astrologer LLC. Come on over. We're having a blast over here. I'm figuring out how to operate this live here. Not having the best success, which is a great thing. But it's a perfect way in which to learn and grow with this. TikTok seems louder? Really? It shouldn't be. Can you hear me? Is it loud? Is it not loud enough here? I wonder if that has to do with the volume here. Nope, that volume's all the way up. Do I sound low on here? Is the volume low? Huh. Let me see something. No, the volume's not low. Natalie, I think you're sweet Rita top tier. You don't want to come over to YouTube, it's fine. But it sounds good over here, that's wonderful. So, I want to share with you one of the reasons why, or what's for you to know right now. I'm really disappointed in the drawing feature. I thought that was going to be exciting. I can talk for hours if I can draw on the chart. But how would I? Anyway, I'll just talk about it. So, as a Scorpio rising, one of the things that you should know is that the sun is in Libra in your 12th house. That's one of the things that's of most important to you, if and in that you're a Scorpio rising. Because the rising sign is the person, is one of the most important features of the astrological chart to determine that person. So with the sun in the Libra in your 12th house, there's a lot of looking deep within the self to correct some of the imperfections and the inadequacies which is the 12th house. The 12th house is a self-rehabilitative house and compartment. It's the house of rest and sleep. I consider the 12th house as the bedroom. It's the house of behind the scenes and the focus on your innermost relationship with the self. It's the end of the phase before you become new again, in a sense. After the 12th house is the first house. And so you need to be mindful of the relationships that you've had in the past and to find a nice balance between, I want to say, putting too much pressure on yourself from circumstances in the past, right? And allowing others to correct you or reprimand you. You know, if you recognize that you've made a mistake, then acknowledge it and then move on from it. Don't dwell in it. Everything is temporary. It's one of the biggest things that you should know right now. If that makes sense. Okay, we got people commenting here. Wow, we got 4 likes in here. Let's go. Appreciate each and every one of you. I don't care what YouTube says about you. Appreciate all of you. And Reem, with failure comes success, absolutely. Absolutely. I am figuring it out. I hope that resonated with you. You've been in the bedroom self-reflecting a lot. Look at that. Thank you for the confirmation in that regard. Thank you for the likes. I really feel it is encouraging to, and it makes me want to share more astrology when you guys got those likes and taps in the bottom corner. I would love it if all 9 of you double tapped. I don't know if it's a double tap over here on YouTube. Is it a double tap on YouTube? What is it? What is it? What do we got going on here? So, Reem, if and in that you are in the bedroom self-reflecting, it's a great thing, right? And it's an energy that's been present for approximately 18 days, approximately, a little over 2 weeks. It's been present. It's time to move forward now and get ready for the shift, because after the solitude and the reflection of self, now we're working on correcting ourselves and making corrections, and then we move into putting ourselves first and taking action, which would be the first house. That's one of the most important things for you. The sun sign astrology is one of the most important features in the astrological chart. Let me see how I look here. I'm kind of close. It's not bad, though. It's really not that bad. It's kind of cool. All right, so who else we got in here? Cassandra, you said get an iPad. I do have an iPad. I probably have too many devices, actually. And I was being a little lazy on the Prism app. I should have put the Prism app on my iPad. It's bigger. But then I got into my head and I was like, no, I don't want to use the iPad because I might want to show them something on the iPad. And the iPad's big, so I can flip the screen around. I could show you something. That's what I plan on doing over here. But now that I have this feature here and I can draw on the screen, I was like, oh, I don't need the iPad. But then I was already live, and I've recognized now that I can only draw on, I don't know why I can only draw on certain times, like now. Only when the screen, I got to figure that out. That's part of my trial and error. But anyway, when the moon squares the ascendant, sometimes you get some technical difficulties. When the moon squares the ascendant and it's in Aquarius is when you get some technical difficulties. All right, so what other questions do we have in here? Amina, you've been in an emotional roller coaster. What's your rising sign? Okay, you have your rising sign. Your rising sign is Pisces. Are you still here? Are you still here, Amina? Cassandra, I really appreciate you for, you know, your energy. It's inspiring. It inspires me to do better. Actually, Rima, both the sun and the moon are reflective. Both the sun and the moon are reflective. The moon is reflective and the sun is also reflective. When the sun is in a water house like it is for you, it's reflective. Absolutely. And there's more that I want to share with you with that. Amina, one feature to your astrological chart as a Pisces rising, right? I want to bring your attention to this feature here, right here. I can draw on the upper half of the chart, so I want to bring your attention here. Oh. Okay, that's a little messy, but that's Saturn. Do you see that? Do you see that? What I just circled up there? That's Saturn in Pisces. And it may be one of the reasons why you've been in an emotional roller coaster. That's part of it. It's happened it's been abound ever since the springtime, which is when Saturn ingressed into Pisces. Tumbleweed, welcome. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Come on over. So, you see Saturn. Thank you. I don't know. Must be a little bit of a delay, but that's fine. That is Saturn in Pisces, and Saturn in Pisces has a lot to do with Pisces risings and the controlling Saturn of the emotions. Pisces. This is what this is. And not, we can also look at Uranus. We can tie Uranus into the picture too, this feature here. This is Uranus and Taurus. Now what's interesting about these two planets is that they both rule Aquarius. That's Aquarius that I have circled. So we have 3 circles here. We have 2 planets and a zodiac sign. And so Saturn in Pisces is on the ascendant. It's tough. You're going through not only emotional roller coaster, but there's bouts and times of depression. You're a little bit depressed, and it may be because you're dwelling in the past a little bit. When Saturn is on the angles, I want to write that down because that's an excellent feature. When Saturn is on the angles, right? It brings a significant amount of tension, right? When it's in the first house, which is the first angle, the first house is an angular position. In the natural zodiac, it's the cardinal houses, the 1, 4, 7, and 10, which are the angles. And Saturn is there in your chart, Amina. And Uranus, which is here, is in the 3rd house. So it makes you sometimes question. You're like, oh, I don't know. Should I go this way? Should I go that way? I don't know. How should I value this? Should I value that? I don't know what I should do. I don't. Blah, blah, blah. And you need to give yourself grace to be able to be free a little bit and to listen to your innermost self, is what I would say. You know, and your moon, or when you were born, the moon was in Capricorn. So it's listening to your gut and your emotions. It might require you to cut people off a little bit. You might be a little mean. You might have to say no to your friends. You might have to withdraw a little bit so that you can focus. It's one of the features to your astrological chart that's of utmost importance with the moon in Capricorn is your need to focus. Muy importante. Welcome in if you just got here. If you're into astrology, you come to the perfect place. I'm the lab coat astrologer. I've been doing astrology for over 2 decades, helping people unravel the intricacies of the astrological chart. This is what I do on this channel. If you're interested, if you're in love and you enjoy hearing about astrology, subscribe, like the live. This is what we're going to be doing over here. Bada boom. I'm hella burnt out and depressed. Amina, take a break. Take a break. Step back. You need to reflect. If we were to look at your astrological chart, or as I'm looking at your astrological chart as a Pisces rising, the sun, I would mark the screen, but I'm unable to do the lower half of the chart. I can draw on the upper half, but if you can denote where Libra is down here. It's terrible. Unable to do it at this moment. So Libra is Pisces' 8th house. So you need people, but you need the ear to listen to. You need some ears so that you can spit out what it is that's on your mind. You need to, what do you call that? It's a transformation. It's a deep transformation that you're going through. There's some repressed energies there that you need to get rid of, and you need someone there. I encourage you to book a reading with me. I'd definitely be an ear for you and share with you some insights in regards to your astrological chart. If you see Libra, then Libra is in the 8th house, and this is actually a house that has a focus for this entire month, starting on the 3rd with the new moon, the eclipse that occurred in Libra, in your 8th house in your astrological chart, which is a house of rebirth and renewal, and how you value people and what you expect from the partner and their contribution and how they should contribute. If someone's not contributing, then there's a need for some space and some boundaries. And you're going to see that here as the sun ingresses into Scorpio. I'd love you to book a reading. You should. We can cover a lot of ground with that. Are you guys having a good time over here on TikTok? I'd love for you to come over here and enjoy the party over on YouTube. All right, whatever. Amina, I appreciate you. Get out of that rut. Writing is something that's extremely, it founds you and it grounds you. It's a grounding mechanism. Sometimes people say go into the woods and ground yourself. I would say writing out everything that's on your mind. Just brainstorm. Do a brainstorm. That'd be perfect for you, actually. Get it all out. Spit it out. That'd be wonderful. Okay. All right. Moving forward, who else do we have in here? Zodiac signs in the comments. All right, we looked at Rima. Reem's chart. We looked at Amina's chart. Sweet Rita Astrology said Saturn sucks. It does. It sucks, and it's a good thing too. Sweet Rita, welcome. You've been tired too, Rita. What's your big three? Saturn is stuck energy. Might be why my energy is low. What is your rising sign? What is your allow your bliss? Welcome. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Mama Verde, how are you? I'm over here on YouTube. We're having a blast. I'd love to read your chart. I'd love to read your astrological chart. Cassie, cat lady, come on over. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Sweet Rita, what is your okay, there it is. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising in Virgo Moon. You know, this let's get rid of this drawing here. It's a little messy. All right, here. So the Scorpio Sun and the Scorpio Rising is a doozy. Allow your bliss. That was quick. Welcome. Thank you for the likes. We got 6 likes in here. Everybody like the live. If you like astrology and you're enjoying this wonderful live with the goods, the good energy and the technical difficulties and all that, we get better within each and every live. Mama Verde, I probably do have your chart, but I'd have to dig for it. Actually. Are you talking about getting a private reading, or are you talking about a live reading? If you'd like a live reading, you should come on over here to YouTube. I can share some insights with you over here. And if you'd like a further reading for that, if you'd like a private reading other than what I'm doing over here on YouTube, then maybe we can set up a time for you to book a reading. It is a lot of Scorpio energy, and with that being said, I'm going to come back up here, and I'm going to circle this planet here again. You know, depending on the degree of your sun in your rising sign, I want to say that they're close to 13 degrees. I want to say that. Because, you know, as a Scorpio rising, it puts Saturn in Pisces in the 5th house, and it's close to the heart. Can we do a sound effect? We can. Oh, we can use TikTok for sound effects. Look at that. I hope we don't get... Anyway, that's the sound effect for the heart. The 5th house is the house that has to do with the heart. You know what I could do? I could actually move this up. Huh? Look at me. What a creative I am. Look at this kid. Look at this kid. This kid is creative. The 5th house here. Look at this kid. Oh, amazing. This guy. The Lab Coat Astrologer, ladies and gentlemen. The Lab Coat Astrologer. I know that was probably a little loud. Forgive me for those who have AirPods in. I didn't mean to do that to you like that. That was crazy. It won't happen again. Bear with me. Each and every life gets better in time. I got to figure out how to draw on this thing without... Anywho, I don't want to put too much energy in there. Anywho, welcome in if you just got here. If you're into astrology, you come to the perfect place. I'm the Lab Coat Astrologer. Back at it with another awesome video on YouTube here. Live number 2. I've messed up so much on this live and the first live, that last live that I did. And I'm just going with it. I'm rolling with it, having fun with it, doing what it is that I love. Astrology, helping people unravel the intricacies of the astrological chart. Who is you on TikTok? Come on over to YouTube. We're having a blast over here. You're not going to want to miss that. We can pull up your chart. Well, I won't pull up your chart, but you can put your big 3 over here. We got 14 people 14 YouTubers over here loving it on a Friday evening. We're allowing our bliss. What else are we doing here? We're just having a blast. We're having a blast over here. Come on over. Okay, Michelle. Michelle, how are you? Come on over to YouTube. We're having a blast over here. We miss you over here. Tiffany, come on over. We'd love to have you over here. All right. Amina. Whoa. I forgot where I was. I was reading Sweet Rita. I was reading you. I was talking about Saturn and Pisces. And how it's, you're a little more serious about your love life and finding love and the such. This is what this is for you. Let me get into these comments a little bit here. We got more people coming on in here. Oh, Reem, you have 5 Scorpio placements. Wow. We got a combination of dropping things and the wow button. Wow. Quintuple. Interesting. Yeah, quintuple. I see you. I see that. That is interesting. Reem, that's holding a lot of grudges. Oof. It's softened up now, though. It's softened up, denoted by Venus and Scorpio down here. Over here, you can see down there at 23 degrees. Venus is in Scorpio, so it's under a calm guise right now. But when Venus leaves there, and Mars and Cancer still remains there, it might heat up a little bit. All right, what else do we have here? Appreciate each and every one of you. We got 16 tubers over here. Be sure to like the live. You wouldn't cross. If you don't care, I'm with you with the crossing of the Scorpio. You don't want to do it. Not a good idea. Rainbow Elise, how are you? We're over here on YouTube. Deanna Minor, we're over here on YouTube. Come on over. Michelle, we're doing both. We're doing TikTok and YouTube. We're ambidextrous. We're bilingual a little bit here. With the live. So many comments here. I'm so used to seeing the comments differently. Okay, Gnome Dat Tungun. It's a long name. It's different. I see you have an Aquarius sun, Scorpio moon, and Scorpio right. There's quite a bit of Scorpio energy in here. Not for nothing and for something. Now that I'm looking through the... Kay loves an Aquarius sun with a Scorpio moon. Look at this Scorpio energy in here. I'm just noticing this here. Sweet Rita, do your chart. I'm with it. You can get your chart read. I'm just doing big 3s though right now. I tell you what we'll do. If you guys want individual readings on here on the live on the platform, is that what you want? Is that what you want me to do? You want me to do live readings here? I mean, I appreciate you. Is that what y'all want me to do? You want me to pop out and do live readings on here? Okay, let me see if I could do this here. Bear with me here. Let me show y'all something, because I was unable to do this over on the talk. Let me see if I'm able to do it here. Let me see if I can do it here. Can I do it? Yes. All right, bear with me. Why not? Reem said, why not? Why not? Let's do it. Well, why not? Let's do it. You like it? I love it. Can you see that? It disappeared. I didn't mean to put my fingers in the screen. That was terrible. That was awful. Amina, did you boo me? Did you put me in the boo category? Appreciate you. You're going to get a follow. I don't know how to follow on here yet. Let's see if I can follow you on this thing here. I can go to your channel and follow you. I don't know if it's going to mess up. It might mess up my live, though. I don't know. You don't see the text on my screen, so why not? That's unfortunate. Do you see a text on my screen? Anyway, the website is tlcastrologer.com. You've read mine before. It was incredible. He's worth it. Casey, I appreciate you. K-Love, what's my Cash App? It's on my website, tlcastrologer.com. But if you send me a Cash App, make sure you put the your birth information in the Cash App. Tiffany, you don't know how to watch on YouTube. Let me help you out. Why can't I comment? Huh. If you don't put your birth information in the comments on the Cash App, I'm going to send the Cash App back to you. So make sure you put your birth information in there. This is the account, Tiffany. You should be able to. Mama Verde, were you over on YouTube? This is the YouTube name right here, Lab Coat Astrologer LLC. I have it pinned up here on this. Let me see. Maybe I need to put done. A new text. I don't know what happened. I don't mean to put my fingers in your face. We're going to have to figure this out here. It looks weird. It just looks different. It looks a little different. Brooklyn in the house, I see you. Welcome. It's just a little different. I got to find a way to navigate this a little bit more, but we're in here. No, nah. If I knew how to read myself, I'm going to learn how with Lab Coat, hopefully. Sweet Rita, your name is Sweet Rita Astrology. It gives the impression that you already know how to read astrological charts. But if you don't, you're in the perfect place. Let me get closer here. I like holding this like a mic, like a forecaster. Bada boom. Tiffany, you made it. Welcome. I saw the moon tonight. It's pretty. Robbie Science, how are you? Come on over to YouTube. We're having a blast over here. Please do my chart. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, Virgo Moon. I'm doing it. I'm doing your chart. But that's actually just your big three, though, really. When it comes to doing the entirety of the chart, it's actually looking at all the components of the chart, all the features, all the planets, Terry stations, and seeing the aspects. Not for nothing and for something, this is what I was talking to myself about today when I was looking at the moon in Aquarius for this weekend. I was recognizing some things, jotting down, taking some notes. And I was recognizing that, wow, we have someone already. Mama. I was recognizing how the first thing that you should do when you're looking at your chart, let's say you don't know anything about about astrology, just look at the chart and be an observer and see what pops out to you. Recognize the placement of the planets. Felicia, how are you? We're over here on YouTube. We're having a blast. We're having an astrological party. Come on over. All right, bear with me. We have someone who's placed themselves on the list. Hopefully, you put your birth information in the memo. Mama Verde. Look at you. Finding the Cash App. You're swift with it. You're so swift with it. Okay? Let's pull up your chart. Why not? Where do we want to pull it up here? I want to pull it up on the computer here. Mama Verde went to the website. She found the Cash App. She donated. We don't have a time of birth, Mama Verde. K-Love, excuse me. This is the reason why. This is the reason why I like to do it through my website. Because all the information that I need to pull up a chart, you have to fill that in. Amina, you like the audio. The audio is nicer. I don't know how. Who is Mama Verde? Mama Verde, where are you? I don't know if you're on TikTok or if you're on YouTube. Where are you, Mama Verde? Mama Verde, come on over here to YouTube. Or are you in both places? Testing. Is it frozen? Is the live frozen? I appreciate each and every one of you for the likes. It's a little different from what I'm used to, but we're getting it going. I don't know what happened to Mama Verde. Mama reveal yourself. Tara, how are you? Indy, we're over here on YouTube having a blast. Okay, K-Love, you're here. Yes, you are here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You were probably on both lives. Now, do you have a time of birth? Love. K-Love. K-Love. Alhamdulillah. Tear, we're over here on YouTube having a blast. Reading. It's going rhythmically. I see her. K-Love, share it with me. The time of birth. I got your birth information. Now I need your time of birth and your city and state so that I can. Casey, all the cool kids hang out on YouTube. Go over to my TikTok and tell them that. Did you hear that, TikTok? All the cool kids. We're still going to do TikTok, though. We're still going to be TikToking. Don't worry about it. Amina, my voice is calming. You stay tapped in. I got a subscription service coming soon. I'm going to be reading books to y'all and putting you to sleep. Teaching you astrology in your sleep. Who's down for it? It's going to be nighttime with the lab coat. I seem to have that effect on putting people to sleep. Oh, you don't know your time of birth. I just know I was mourning, though. Okay, so you know that you were mourning. I couldn't have done your chart before then, because I usually only do charts with the time of birth. Sweet Rita, I have you. I see you for your time of birth. I'm going to do K-Love because she gave a Cash App. And then I'm going to get back to the chat. But I definitely jotted you down. Sweet Rita. And I want to let you know, all of you know that on my website, which I tried to pin it here, tlcastrologer.com. Stop tapping, he'll cry. I will not cry. Oh, Cassie Cat Lady, look at you. Yeah, you are watching on YouTube. That's fine. No, both. Look at you. Perfect. Okay. So the thing about that is that the morning time starts at 12:01 a.m. and it goes to 11:59. 11:59 a.m. So the morning, believe it or not, is. Sweet Rita says she's going to send a Cash App. Kay, I really need your time of birth. I don't think I've done your reading before. And the reading that I would give you right now, let's pull it up. What's the city and state, K-Love? Because I can still put you born at 6 a.m. with the sun on the ascendant. Let's do it. But you need, honestly, to tell you the truth, you need a chart rectification, verification, which is the astrologer, which is me, going over your chart, looking at it and asking you a series of questions. Some major events in your life, approximately 5 of them. We're not going to do that here now. This is something we're going to do privately. Franklin, Tennessee. Okay, perfect. I ask you a series of questions and we get an idea of your time of birth. I can find it within 45 minutes. I would ask you some questions. I'd be more than willing to do that for you too. share a little bit with you. Okay, I'm back. I've got your birth information here. Sweet Rita, I'm going to be here. So, thank you for your patience. Wow. K-Love, what a chart you have there. My, what a chart you have there. That's a powerful chart. I wonder, did you break? I want to verify your chart. I'm not going to get into it now, though. I'm not going to get into it now. Let's move this chart a little bit here. I'm going to move it to 7 a.m. on the dot in Franklin, Tennessee. Okay, what's your one question? You did a private reading before. If I did a private reading before on you, I would have given you a time of birth. I would have given you a time of birth. Tori Bone, come on over to YouTube and we'll answer your question. If you have all the lines on the left of your chart, it is not a good thing or a bad thing. It's an independent thing. You're an individual who doesn't rely on others. You're more of a self-willed individual. Tori Bone number 1. Tori _ Bone number 1. K-Love, are you here? Are you with me? I would have most indubitably given you a time. Do you remember? Maybe it was so long ago you don't remember. I'm going to read you as an Aquarius rising. You have a humongous stellium in your astrological chart, which means that you have more than 3 planets in one sign of Capricorn. So even though you're an Aquarius, you're very much like a Capricorn. Serious, business-minded, structured organization, and you can be quite the technical individual, very technical, a humanitarian at heart as well. And if we were to look at just the sun in your chart, right, we would see that there's a focus on your transportation and your schooling. Education is playing a significant impact in your chart right now. Not for nothing and for something, all in the same token there. And we definitely need to go over your astrological chart to see if I did a private reading for you before and I didn't give you a time of birth, then shame on me. Then I will definitely give you a private reading. I'll give you another private reading if I didn't give you a time of birth, because that's actually included in the reading. You should have gotten a chart rectification with the reading. But there's a focus on education. There's also a focus on your transportation, your travel, and how you move about. It also points to it's a time where you start looking at what you've learned over the course of the past years, what you've accumulated learning, and maybe thinking about adding on to your Tori _ Bone. Thank you so much for the mustache. Christine, welcome. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Come on over. Tori, thank you. Appreciate you for the mustache, hat, and mustache. Whoa, I lost the chat. Okay. Here we are. If you don't care, indubitably, most indubitably. I was hearing things there for a moment. I don't know what that was. Did you hear that, Tear? That loud pitch? Okay. Yeah, we need to know the time of birth. One of the reasons that I'm looking at your chart and I'm like, wow. Because I got you placed at 6 a.m. At 6 a.m., the moon was in Sagittarius at 0 degrees. Now, this is the thing about that. You said you were born in the morning. Actually, 7 a.m. is the time that I got for you right now. At 7 a.m., where you were born, it puts the moon in Sagittarius at 0 degrees. So if you were born at between 7 a.m. and 11:59 p.m., or 11:59 a.m., which is just before lunchtime, which would be considered the morning, the moon would most indubitably be in Sagittarius. I got that from If You Don't Care. Now, if you were born prior to that, from 12:01 a.m. to 7, like really 6:50, 6:49, 6:48 a.m., from 12:01 to 6:48 a.m., then the moon would be in Scorpio. Are you with me? So we need to find out what your rising sign is. Because we have a split moon, if that makes sense to you. Can you hear me? Can I still be heard? Scary Nikki, thank you so much. I'm over here on YouTube having a blast. The website, or the page, the channel, if you will, is in my profile. I just followed you on purpose. What's your question for me, though? Okay, love. I want to know what your question for me is. You have a, other than the stellium that you have in Capricorn, coming up here, you have a, what's called a Jupiter return that's coming up here within the course of the next 9 months, 9 or 10 months. If you look right here, this is Jupiter at 21 degrees, 19 arc minutes. It just went retrograde not too long ago. It went retrograde not too long ago. Like 2 days ago-ish. And it's on its way to Cancer, which is right after Gemini. Gemini, then Cancer. And Jupiter does the best in Cancer, and so it brings big benefits and big opportunities for you. I want to say in business, in work, in health, and such. Especially if you were born between 7 and 9 a.m., you said the morning time. Between 7 and 9 a.m., this would definitely bring some opportunities for you in the area of business. And I would even go as far to say that if and in that you were born between this time, I would say that You might have had some lower digestive issues when you were younger. Should you start a business? I want to say that you should start a business anytime in your entire life because you have a stellium in Capricorn. The type of business would be my next question. But as a stellium in Capricorn, even though you're an Aquarius, you're very much like a Capricorn, very business-minded. And so we would look to the 10th house in astrology. It's the 10th house that has to do with career and business. And Libra would be, Libra is the 10th house of Capricorn. So as long as your business involves with relationships, possibly counseling or working with people one-on-one, and it can even have to do with fashion because Libra has to do with style and beauty. Yeah, that was a high-pitched tear. Pardon me, it won't happen again. More than likely. But that's what I would say. And I would say to you that with this stellium in Capricorn over the course of this past 2 weeks, you would have heard some insight. This is whatever your rising sign is. I'm reading you as a Capricorn rising because you have a stellium there. And because you have a stellium in Capricorn, and anybody who has a stellium in any zodiac sign, you can look at that sign as a focal point and of importance in the astrological chart. Because it plays itself out throughout the life of the native and the individual. And the eclipse and the new moon that occurred in Libra actually sparks that. Now you have to be mindful of people promising you things that don't necessarily come true. You're gonna have to use discernment, and this is something that has a lot to do with the Capricornian nature. Eclipses are said to be challenging. Consulting, you love consulting and interior decorating. Oh, I think that you should do it. Welcome in, the Nappy Coach. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Saturn, Neptune, and Uranus in Capricorn. Yeah, tear. I'm actually doing, reading a chart over here on YouTube with that configuration. So you're probably around the same age. I would do it. Okay, I think it's a great time. Actually, I'm going to check something real quick here. I still want to rectify your chart. If I did a private reading for you and you do not have a rising sign, you have a reading coming from me. You should definitely reach out to me. On my TikTok page, I have a phone number. You can text me and say K-Love or whatever your name is on the Cash App. Mama Verde. You can say Mama Verde or K-Love. And then we can set a time. Wow, Amina. I just recognized that you also sent something through the Cash App. I appreciate you. But in short, K-Love, I do want to share with you that it is a wonderful thing to start a business, especially if it's in consulting and interior decorating. I would do both, maybe one at a time. In some schools of thought, they say focus on one. So focus on one and establish it, whatever it is that makes you happy that you would do if you weren't getting paid for it. And then maybe branch into establishing another aspect of your business, if that makes sense to you. I do have the chart up here, Tear. It's not like on TikTok. I know where you're you're looking for something similar to TikTok, I'm working on finding a way to do it like the TikTok platform. I haven't found a way yet, but hopefully sooner than later, we're going to find a way, one way or another, to get that done. Now, I want to share one more thing with you. Caleb, you're welcome. Reach out to me too. I'd love to verify your ascendant. I'm pretty sure I can do that. So, I shared with you that you have stellium in Capricorn. And you know that you're an Aquarius sun sign. So if you look at this chart, I call it Exhibit A. Here. Right here. Over the course of the past 4 hours, right? 4 or 5 hours. Actually, if you're in the East Coast of the United States, it was around lunchtime, between 12 and 1 p.m. Between 12 and 3 p.m. today, right? If you're in the East Coast of the United States, the moon was in perfect alignment with your sun sign. What does this mean? It's kind of like a new moon and a new beginning for you, a taking action, a new start, a new phase for you. In regards to your worth, your value, because it's Aquarius is the second house of Capricorn, and I'm reading you as a Capricorn rising. And so, with the moon in perfect alignment with your sun, it says, or it can be interpreted as a time for new beginnings and new starts. And you asked the question here, after this new beginning and still in this phase, astrologically, if you should start a business. And so this is another aspect that reinforces new beginnings and new ventures in that regard for you. So to really sit down with yourself and flush it out with your ideas in that regard. That's what I have for you. And you're welcome. Thank you. Definitely reach out to me. You got a 30-minute reading coming. It should take me no more than 45 minutes to verify. We'll just call it a chart verification. Being that I've given you a reading before, we'll find the time of your birth through the events in your life. So what you're going to want to do, just to give you a heads up, is find 5 major events in your life, and then, maybe sit with yourself today or tomorrow, tonight into tomorrow, and have those dates of some significant events in your life. If you don't have the exact day, it's okay. The month and the year would definitely suffice. But the more closer to the day that you have, the more accurate that I can be with finding the time of birth. And then we can go from there. Okay. All right. We have one more reading that we're going to do, and then I'm going to take a break. Amina, welcome. Thank you for your patience. You're so patient. Are you still here? Thank you all for being here, too. I appreciate it. The support is all love. I'm so thankful to have you here. For those who are on TikTok as well as YouTube. We're going to work on putting our ashy hands in the screen for YouTube. Um, Interesting. Amina, where did you go? Sweet Rita, if you go to my website, you'll see my rates there right on the very first page. Good question, Tare. Okay, Sweet Rita, take your time. Close, Tare. 17 degrees. Close. Okay. Amina, where did you go? Did you fall asleep? Who fell asleep in here? This is what happens. People fall asleep. I wonder how many people have fallen asleep on the TikTok. I don't even have my. I got you, Mama Verde. I'll reach out to you tomorrow. Are you East Coast? Are you in the East Coast of the United States? Oh, you found me on. Perfect. All right, let me put my speaker here. All right. Thank you so much for your patience. The Indian Prayer, welcome. How are you? We're over here on YouTube having a blast over here. Doing readings. Boom, bamming, and popping. I want to play some music, but I don't know if I can play music on here. So, we're not going to play any music. We're not going to play any music right now. Amina. Where did you go? You can't find my website? That's fine. Amina must have fell asleep. Excuse me. I'm gonna send Amina back her the name of the website is TLC Astrologer. TLC ASTROLOGR.com. This is the website name. If you don't care, thank you so much for that message, because actually I knew that. I'm glad I didn't put anything. So yeah, we don't want to do that. Your Saturn and Neptune is exact at 1989. 19 degrees. 1989. That's a year. You must mean a year, not 19 degrees and 89. There's no 89 arc minutes, so that has to be a year. Welcome if you just got here on TikTok. I'm on YouTube, talking about astrology, having a blast. Yeah. Yeah, that is a feature too, Sweet Rita, but there's going to be some changes there to that pretty soon. Michelle, you're back. I didn't know that you left. We're over here on YouTube having a blast. Having a blast over here. All right. I guess Amina fell asleep, so we had to send her back. Sweet Rita, you're welcome. I want you to hold off on the sending that donation, because I've been on here already for an hour and a half. And so I've been live for 2 hours, and I'm in need of getting some rest. So hold off before you make that donation. I'm going to be on here more often, and on my website you can communicate with me, and you can ask me questions in regards to readings, so that I can share with you a little more. Hang on, Sweet Rita. Don't hold that for a minute. Hold that for a minute. Yeah. If you don't care, I appreciate that, because I definitely didn't want to interfere with that. But Sweet Rita, I'm definitely going to be, well, I'm going to say strong possibility that I'm going to be on here tomorrow. But I need to take a rest. I think I appreciate you. And so now you know, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm live. And I think I'm going to tinker around a little bit so that I can maybe use my iPad to make this a better experience, so that I can draw on the chart and you can see me. I think that would be amazing and dynamic. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'll be back. See you in the next video.